Last week I started talking about the 10 paramitas, and we did, on Wednesday night we did generosity and ethical conduct, and then on Thursday I did patience and effort. So I thought I'd do those again, so everybody does the whole 10. I completely agree with you if you think it's a paradox me talking about patience. I've got the patience of a gnat, but I'm working on it. I'm rather impatient with my progress, but anyway, patience or tolerance. In this tradition, patience it carries its ordinary meaning as well, being patient. But it also carries with it the flavour of being patient with the difficulties of being alive, being a human being. Does anybody find being a human being easy, by the way? Well, it's difficult. Oh, he does, yeah. Oh, no, you can leave, yeah.
No, inevitable.
So it's about the patience, being patient with the difficulties that definitely arise if you exist. It would be nice if it was paying free, but so it all kind of ties in. It's being patient with, or being patient with whatever is unfolding on a moment-to-moment basis. It's being patient with that as well, rather than impatient. And when we're doing Zazen, it's about being patient with the ups and downs. Being patient with the turmoil you might feel, or the upheavals you might feel, or the difficulties. It's being patient with them. In effect, it's being patient with. It's being patient with yourself. It's allowing. It's giving yourself some slack. Being patient, and it's being patient with people and situations and difficulties. I know it's kind of, particularly if you're having a tough time, it's really irritating when somebody says, it's good practice, it's good for your practice. You go, fuck off. It may be good for my practice, but I'm not feeling that way right now. But I think all of us recognise that often it's the most difficult situations in our lives from which we learn the lessons that we can value the most. So in that sense, it's about being patient with the difficulties that are coming up for you now, particularly if they feel kind of tolerable and insurmountable. And the final aspect of patience, which for years was the most difficult for me, is being patient with the not knowingness of things. There are some things you can't know. They're just not knowable. They're ungraspable. And no matter how many times you bang your head against the wall in frustration, they're still ungraspable. So you may as well let go of that one. All phenomena are ungraspable. So exercising patience with your own frustration and not being able to get an answer to the meaning of life that your logic can understand is, I think, the greatest patience there has been for me. Anyone else? Anyone else on patience? Anybody? What's the most difficult thing to be patient with? Apart from traffic jams and the queue in the post office. Anybody have particular?
Children.
What?
Children.
Children, oh yeah, oh, that's interesting, yeah, they can drive you crazy. Children, yeah. Anyone else? You have the most difficulty being patient with?
Resisting the urge to go somewhere else rather than here.
Resisting the urge to go somewhere else rather than being in the present. Yeah.
For instance, for me, what I usually tend to do is when I'm experiencing the hardship, I kind of try to find something to make that go away.
Yeah, to relieve the pressure, the suffering. Yeah. I think we all do that. Yeah.
In your sensei, being patient where I am in my life.
Yeah.
And not being settled with what's going on rather than waiting for the next.
Yeah, the next phase, the next stage. Yeah. Me too. I'm on that one.
With the patience to know that, the universe is going to provide for you somehow, and it will come in what you need rather than trying to grasp it.
Yeah. Yeah, that can take a lot of patience if the universe is slow coming through. And sometimes it is, isn't it? Okay. So you're all very patient then, is that right?
I get impatient with stuff.
With stuff, what? Material stuff?
Kettle won't work, the toast won't come.
Oh yeah, all that, yeah.
Drop things, stuff doesn't work the way you want it to work.
It must be quite common that, wasn't it? Because there's that phrase, isn't it? Well, it doesn't happen anymore. A watch kettle never boils.
Yeah.
Okay, the fourth parameter is effort or diligence. Well, I think when you start, let's stay with spiritual practice, because these parameters are about spiritual practice, but about your whole life. But let's just stay with spiritual practice. It's easy to focus down. Certainly, when we start, I don't think there requires a lot of effort or diligence when we first start practice, because it's all new, it's all fresh, and we learn new things quite quickly, and it's novel as well. And you're meeting new people, and the situation is not familiar. But once we've been practicing for a while, and we start to see the things that we would like to, the things in ourselves that we would like to come to terms with, or feel at ease with, or comfortable with, or even rub them down, then actually it's much more difficult to do than we first of all envisage. It's actually really hard to make a root and branch change. It's not easy. And so the effort they're talking about here, or the diligence, is to maintain the stamina needed to change. And that stamina is it's not like a gung-ho stamina. It's not, the effort is not like a real go for it effort. Neither is it a laid back effort. It's, always in Buddhism it comes down to kind of middle way. So it's not too severe and it's not too lax. We try and just maintain the willingness, if you like, to continue. And my experience for myself, and I think for everybody here, is that when novelty wears off and the changes become more difficult, and we might even go through a desert, or things come up in our life which seem to be more important, maintaining a weekly practice, never mind a daily practice, starts to become difficult. And that's when we really need to exercise the diligence, because it's a bit like lifting weights, the first 5 or 6, if you're doing 10, are easy. You don't really start to get strength until you do the last 2, the hard ones. And it's the same with practice, you know, you don't really start to get a feeling about it until you've been through some tough times, desert times. And outside of spiritual practice, although this is what it's also about your daily life, which of course is not separate, you know, your willingness to keep moving forward, to keep working, to not become a couch potato, as it were. Yeah. So, what would be the inspiration or the intention or the hope? Why would you carry on? Why would you start to exercise effort and diligence to maintain this path? Why would you? And why would you bother?
Because I think it's the only true way. It's the only way for me that actually means anything, that produces anything worthwhile.
Okay.
Practically, pragmatically. Tonight I was sitting there thinking, oh, that's been a good sit. It must be nearly 7:30. It was 7:10. I really had to, right, okay.
Yeah, you've got 20 minutes to go.
Yeah, this is going to be a long sit. And I think that thing also about this funny position that we sit in, you know, upright spine, it does take some effort to keep posture without slumping.
Yeah.
And that slump is kind of the giving in, the not trying, which for me doesn't produce anything. It's that couch potato vegginess that kind of, it doesn't do anything. And so for me that posture really is kind of symbolised that. And it's not really kind of rigid, it's that halfway between being kind of tense but also being alert.
Yeah.
For me it's the only way.
Okay. Thank you. Why would you bother?
Joe has a nice way to put it. He always says, if I don't sit, the whole world is fucked.
And if I don't sit, the whole world's fucked.
Yeah, and that's a bit like it is for me. You know, it's you can see the benefit in.
So it's a pragmatic decision, really.
It is a pragmatic decision, and it makes a difference for me. So yeah.
That's good. Yeah. There is a more traditional answer. Which may not resonate, you know, it doesn't necessarily resonate for everybody, but you know, we're part of a tradition in which the Bodhisattva is the ideal, and the Bodhisattva's role is to relieve suffering. You could put it all sounds a bit grandiose and serious, you know, to relieve suffering, or rather to bring some ease or joy or pleasure into people's lives, even if it's not, you know, you can cure their most difficult problems. So the diligence and the efforts is about creating the possibility of changing yourself so that you're more able to support other people. That's the traditional reason why you would continue practice. And then you would say, well, why would I do that? Why would I want to do that? It doesn't arise from me naturally that I feel that way. It's a job enough just to keep looking after myself, never mind looking after other folk. So there's an interesting question. Why would you do that? And then it's all kind of circular, because if you are effortful and diligent in your practice, then incrementally over time what one hopes arises for each of us is at some point we do see that we're definitely not on our own. You know, we are all responsible for one another. The whole thing is a net. You know, we're all part of the same fabric. And if you have that realization, then acting in a way which is for the general well-being is something you would just do. Yeah, but like everything else, that comes and goes, you know. Sometimes you really feel like you'd like to be, other times you get preoccupied. I do. You know, sometimes I'm open, generous, spacious, and really, you know, supportive of the world. Other times I get kind of caught up in my own stuff and I feel more closed. I definitely prefer the spacious place. Yeah. So, it's the effort to being willing to start each day with that it is a new opportunity. You know, it's a fresh day. Each day is a fresh day. What was it? Every day is a good day? Who said every day is a good day then?
What's it called?
Yeah, we should all go and have lines for not knowing who said every day is a good day.
Who? Was it Ungan?
I don't think it was Umar. Yeah.
Umar.
Said every day is a good day. And in that, of course, he meant even the shit days are good days. Okay. I think 2 paramitas in one evening is quite enough. I mean, you probably don't have the patience or the diligence to hear anymore. We can wrap up.